So I've scoured the internet looking for the best possible way to build a steam box for the small shop. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. A quick stop off at the big orange box store, and I have everything I need to be successful in this steam venting quest. Now, there is an additional item that I'm going to add to it, which is a plywood surround. I don't think you actually need that. However, I want to insulate around it. I want this to be like the last steam box I ever have to build. 72, I see you there, but I'm going to go 74 inches. For those who are wondering, this is ABS plastic 4-inch hose stuff. Will this work? Because I plan to put end caps on each side of this tube, I want to make sure that it's scuffed up so that when I put epoxy on here, like the 5-minute stuff that I got, that it all sets up nicely and doesn't just shoot right off. So I am scuffing it up with 60 grit sandpaper. Should be a good result. Doesn't matter? I don't know. I'm not a pipe fitter. So to test fit, everything's all nice and scuffed up. This guy's just gonna live on here once I adhere it. I'm not gonna do that just yet because I still have other steps on the other end. This is the end of the tube that will be opened up, and these strips will then be inserted for steaming. This of course has a 4-inch female, male end cap. So what I need to do is do the adhesive on here, and I also need to figure out where to put this little plug assembly. This is where the steam actually shoots through from the steam box itself, the percolator thing. So now I'm gonna figure out how far this wants to sit on here, adhesive it on, and connect this part. That's the coolest sound ever. So with this placed where it needs to go as far in that way as possible, I'm now gonna take my little steam box adapter, figure out where it wants to live on here. I have a Forstner bit, which is basically the thread size of that. And we're gonna drill a hole. All right, that's on there. Now I'm gonna put some adhesive so it doesn't just shoot right out, and put the nut on the inside. We're all good to go. Boop, boop, boop. God, that's beautiful. I sure hope I don't have to take that off later. All right, so with that guy installed, I'm gonna flip it right over and come down to the bottom of my cap here. I'm gonna go ahead and place a smaller little Forstner bit hole, just any kind of hole. This is like 5/16. This is gonna be where it all drips out, the extra condensation and steam and what have you. So I'm gonna set that right here. I can always make this hole bigger in the future, but little hole's fine. So I have busted open my JB Weld 5-minute epoxy. It has this really cool little tip that blends all the epoxy together, the part A and B. Now I'm just gonna run my little bit around here, put the cap on. Ooh. Now smooth that out, make it look pretty. Do the other side too. Some of you watching might already know, but if this is gonna blow up on me, please leave a comment and say I told you so. Looks good though. Next steps. I need to make basically shelves out of dowel rods. So how I'm gonna do that is do some straight lines right down the length of it, drill some holes clean through with 5/16 inch drill bit, run some dowels through it, and repeat. I think I'm gonna do 2 layers, 2 rows, so that it'll support the material off the bottom, get nice even steam throughout, and that should get more material inside the tube. So the next step, make some dowel holes. All right, this is me not really knowing if this is gonna work, but I'm drilling holes, I'm making progress. In a perfect world, this dowel rod will fit right down in there and right on through. So now I'm gonna test fit all these, go back, add a little dab of epoxy into each one of the sides, cram that through, cut it off, do it again. So technically at this point, you're good to steam. Like this tube here is ready to rock and roll. The thing is, I want to take it to the next level and I want to make this thing bulletproof and also insulated, because if it's cold and I'm out here, I want it to retain that steam and really just maximize the effort. So I'm going to build a box and use some spray foam to insulate the actual tube. So I got some 1/2 inch material cut and some 3/4 inch material cut. This is just what I had laying around the shop. They're going to be perfect because they're all long enough, and now I'm just going to cut them to length. Now you will notice that I'm cutting them short of even the end caps that are on here. That's because I want to make sure that if I have to hack open the end of this, that it'll all be accessible. So I'm not too worried about the ends being insulated, but around the main body should be set. All right, going with a little Great Stuff gap and crack filler insulation. I'm gonna lift up, get some of it underneath. I've propped this up. You can see there's a couple little pieces that are sitting dead center to keep it elevated. And then I'll cap it with this once I do the entire inside. Then it'll just shoot out the ends and make a huge mess. Good times. Huh. Well, it worked. We're insulated. Now I just gotta kind of make that accessible again. Naturally, on the coldest day of the year, I would want to be outside steaming wood. That makes sense. But whatever. I have pre-funked my water in here with a tea kettle. Just heat up some water, put it inside, then you can add normal water. It really does help, get your steam box up to speed faster. Saves you a lot of time. In the meantime, let's go ahead and connect the steam assembly to the new box. Why is there so much hose? And while that's going on, I'm gonna sit here and get my new net template placed on my table. All right, while this thing is getting up to temperature, let's cover some of my fears that come along with this new design. Number one, probably top of the list, is using the ABS material, that pipe. Is it gonna melt? I don't know, we'll find out. Number two, probably be whether or not that end cap, that is the screw-on style, is actually going to want to unscrew when it gets hot and expands. So that's second. Number three is kind of lesser, I think, on the scale, but will my pieces end up kind of plasticky? I don't really know. Oh, man. There you go. So there you go. That was my version of the greatest steam box possible, or steam tube, whatever you want to call it. And I highly recommend giving it a shot. And if you have any suggestions on ways to make it better, let me know in the comments below. Really appreciate your feedback. And thank you so much for coming along, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll catch you on the next one.